Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
Harron.
Back with another comic book review for you guys. Today we're going to be reviewing the one that was actually sent to us quite a while ago by a viewer. I'll go ahead and pull it up right here. I hope that's the one. Yep. Alright, so we are going to be talking about Ghost Island, which is right here. If you can see we have the actual book. He sent us the book. So Dirk, why don't you go through this one? The log line of this is, what if there was essentially a Jurassic Park island for ghosts?
Mm-hmm.
That's the log line. So what would you say the story of this particular issue is? Because I think that's the overall series explanation.
Well, how it starts out is that it's like an introduction to all these characters that are going to go to the island. Mm-hmm. But it focuses mainly on this one character who he does is he has like this power to where he allows like ghosts kind of to take him over, and then he's able to speak for these lost souls. So the very beginning of the comic, there's this family that are in turmoil because their son had died. He drowned, and the mother believes that he's still there somewhere. She can feel his presence, and so he comes in and allows the ghost of the child to take him over, and then the ghost actually speaks the truth of what really happened. Mm-hmm. When he died, which you end up, I don't know. Should I spoil it?
No, don't spoil it. But yeah, but it sort of turns the dynamic of the live people on its head a little bit.
Yes.
Well, a lot of it.
And then so this guy is scraping by with like this talent that he has. He's also had trouble with the law at one point in his past, and so he gets an invitation from this millionaire or billionaire who has this island, and asks him to come, and he'll be rewarded handsomely, and so he ends up going on this boat ride with a bunch of other people. There's a journalist, and then he also has like an assistant, and then there's like this father and son relationship. That I'm not really sure why they're there.
Yeah.
But then I kind of like the captain of the boat. He was like this drunken asshole, and I thought he was kind of interesting. And then they get to the island, and then they meet the millionaire, and
the house on Haunted Hill setup.
Yeah. And then they're having dinner, and basically he kind of like tells them that what it is, this island, because they're not really sure what they're getting themselves into, and then that's pretty much, it's an introduction.
Yeah,
basically.
It is. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I was just hoping to get more of the island in the first issue than we actually got, but that's reason to go back. So overall, I thought the story was pretty strong. I like the stuff at the beginning with the seance and all that stuff. And then I liked, the idea of the island, but I did not like how it was cut off before we actually got to see a lot of the stuff we kind of wanted to see. But overall, it was still an enjoyable setup, and I want to get my hands on number 2.
Yeah, and I know that he's doing a Kickstarter right now to fund the second issue. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Support it for sure, but let's talk about the artwork.
Okay.
So, one thing I have to mention right up front about the artwork is I think there was a distinct lack of backgrounds the whole way through. Just the whole way through, and it seems... I won't call it lazy, but it seems like not as much effort than having to actually place all of these people in this world that you're creating. Mm-hmm. Instead, it's some fairly rough sketches of, and I'm not saying it looks sketchy, it's not like real liney or anything, but a lot of people are kind of largely detailless. and without any backgrounds to play off of, all you see is just kind of, you know, the characters themselves, and whether you like them or not, that's going to determine whether you like the art, really.
Yeah, it's a black and white comic, and I know that like it kind of has like a film noir type of feel to it, but yeah, very limited backgrounds, lots of like contrast with like a lot of blacks that kind of fill the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does look like a lot of talking heads
Mm-hmm.
at points, but there's still like the occasional splash page. There's quite a bit of dialogue, so that's one thing that it's kind of tough to like have these kind of action-based panels if all the people are doing is talking.
Right.
But overall, yeah, it's not the best artwork, but I also feel like it was enough to get the story told.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I'm trying to find a good example of the lack of backgrounds. I mean, even when there is a wall, like it's just a blank wall, like that people are up against. So like, but this right here is more what I'm talking about. Like, there's a lot of that just against nothing in the background, and it just gets a little bit like tedious and boring to look at when there's not interesting things on the page to feast your eyes on, But I still think the story was successful. I think the art was passable. I had a couple of hang-ups with it, but nothing that kept me from actually ruining the book, or enjoying the book, rather, and nothing that kept me from enjoying the book. Right, yeah, okay. I gotta be careful how I say things. But yeah, I mean, what about you?
No, it was passable, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the artwork was there to really get the story across. I thought it was an interesting enough story to where the art didn't have to be
Mm-hmm.
strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to see where it goes from here.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's I don't know if there's going to be like kind of like monsters, like the ghosts are going to look like monsters or anything like that. I think that well, I don't want to spoil it.
Don't spoil it,
but yeah. The island, what it was before, it's like this theme park plays a big role in it, and so.
Well, and I want to give proper credit here. This was actually sent to us by the writer, Joseph Oliveira. I don't know if I said that right or not, but it's cool. He sent us an inscribed copy here. It says, to the horror show team from Joseph. And you can see the artwork was done by Annabella Turlione, or Turlione, and the letterer is Justin Birch. So proper credit to them. And big thank you to Joseph for sending us this book and allowing us to read it. Because, again, it is fun. And, I don't know, looking through, there's actually more backgrounds than I maybe gave it credit for. But there were more panels without backgrounds than I remember seeing in a lot of comics, rather. And I've read a number of them. But yeah, nonetheless, it's a definitely enjoyable read. I don't even remember who this character is, but I'm interested. Witch lady. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Dirk, would you continue reading this if we were able to get our hands on a number 2?
Yeah, I would definitely check out the second issue.
Yeah, I would too. So it's a nice thick issue too, you guys. So thick that it's actually got something written on the spine. You can see that doesn't happen that much anymore. But
yeah, it's like a little mini graphic novel.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot what they call these in DC, like the 80-page giants or prestige format book. Prestige format.
Yes.
So yeah, I think you guys should check it out. I think that was a long enough one. I don't think we need to cram the other ones in. We'll just do separate ones for those.
All right.
Yeah, so we're going to call that comic review there, you guys. I want to make sure Ghost Island gets its own full spotlight episode. So make sure you reach out to them. I'm going to put down in the description box a link where you can go and get a copy of your own. I believe number 2 is available at this point. So you guys are going to want to check it out, and then come back here and let us know what you think of it when you've read it. But yeah, any final thoughts, Dirk? Any other advice for them regarding this book?
Well, I think there's a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so maybe the second issue isn't ready, but they're talking about funding it right now. Okay. I need to look closer.
If you enjoy the first issue, then I don't know, contribute to the second issue.
But that means the Kickstarter won't be running forever, so make sure you get your hands on this first issue quick and decide whether or not you want to contribute. I would recommend it, though, because the team is definitely talented, even though we have our little nitpicky quibbles. So, thanks very much for watching. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Harron.
And remember, stay scared.